The LPGA tour had Caitlin Clark play, and the LPGA, fans, the event was taken over by the ominous crowd that made sure to go get angry at everything Caitlin Clark did and everything Caitlin Clark does and was ever going to do, and made it that she was the problem and not the solution. The LPGA tour had Caitlin Clark play, and the LPGA, fans, the event was taken over by the ominous crowd that made sure to go get angry at everything Caitlin Clark did and everything Caitlin Clark does and was ever going to do, and made it that she was the problem and not the solution.
The LPGA has ignited a major controversy, and it's a situation that has the WNBA fuming. Recently, the LPGA invited
to the whole event. They saw how important it was that new fans were getting involved in golf, especially women's golf.
Late 2024 and into 2025, Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenom from the Indiana Fever, appeared at LPGA Pro-Am events. The result, record attendance spikes and a fresh demographic of young fans at golf tournaments. Show, LPGA Pro-Am B-roll, fans, long lines, overlay. Annika LPGA Pro-Am, November 2024, use LPGA footage. Insert short clip of Caitlin teeing off or laughing, use event footage.
On-screen lower third.
The LPGA, you can see when it came to them that they were happy that Caitlin Clark was there. They knew exactly the value that Caitlin Clark brought.
The LPGA saw an opportunity. Clark brings eyeballs, not just for her, but for everyone on the course. Players like Nelly Korda publicly welcomed her presence, framing Clark as a bridge to younger viewers and non-traditional golf audiences. Show, clip or tweet screenshot of Nelly Korda with Clark, if available, B-roll of families and kids at the event. Add animated stat card. Attendance up, a new social engagement. If you have numbers, cite them, otherwise keep it qualitative. Source callout. Coverage praising Korda, Clark interaction and LPGA's reaction.
Because we know in the WNBA, when it came to Caitlin Clark, it was a lot of we don't need you and we were good before and we don't like your fans and this, that, and...
Why would a league built on women's sports hesitate to embrace free exposure? The answer is complicated. Pride, fear of being eclipsed, and a long history of internal fights over platform and pay. Show, intercut WNBA game B-roll. Players reacting on bench, fan Twitter flames, animated tweet bubbles. Insert clips of in-game tension moments between Clark and other players, e.g., side-eye moments or bench reactions. Use only licensed, owned clips.
They did everything they could to sabotage their own league. And yeah, it backfired. For me anyway, I think it's hard to argue that it didn't completely backfire for them, because Caitlin Clark is more popular than ever.
Then it went nuclear.
Minnesota Lynx player Nafisa Collier publicly accused WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert of dismissive comments about Clark, alleging Engelbert said Clark should be grateful for the platform that enabled her off-court earnings. Engelbert later denied making the remark. Show, split screen, Collier press conference clip, use sourcing, Engelbert statement screenshot, headlines stacked, People, Reuters, Washington Post. Use quoted text on screen, should be grateful, attributed to Collier's accusation. Clark herself has tried to be a unifier, condemning racist and sexist trolling aimed at other WNBA players, and saying she doesn't want her name weaponized in league fights. Show, clip of Clark from exit interview or press statement where she condemns trolls, use People a Guardian coverage clip. Overlay quote, those aren't fans, if exact quote from People. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she's a commercial phenomenon. Major brand deals and sponsorships mean her presence creates dollars that matter to leagues, venues, and broadcast partners. Show, slideshow of Clark's endorsement logos, Nike, Wilson, State Farm, Stanley, etc. Use brand assets or safe logo images you have rights to. Add lower third, estimated endorsements, multimillions. Citation, reporting on Clark's sponsorship portfolio and figures. 2 possible futures, cooperation, where leagues cross-promote and expand the fan base, or fragmentation, where protective stances burn bridges and stunt collective growth. The LPGA's playbook suggests collaboration works. The WNBA's current turmoil warns of what happens when trust breaks down. Show, Side-by-side B-roll, LPGA fans high energy versus WNBA press conference tension. Insert clip of an LPGA player praising Clark and a WNBA player criticizing leadership, attribution on screen. Caitlin Clark's presence drives viewers, sponsors, and headlines. The LPGA invited Clark back to the Annika Pro-Am, a move they call growth strategy, and one that paid immediate dividends in attention. Meanwhile, tensions inside the WNBA have grown, from fines to public criticisms of league leadership. The LPGA explicitly said it wanted to grow the sports audience, and they viewed Caitlin Clark as a bridge to new fans. Their announcement leaned into Clark's enormous reach and the promotional value of cross-sport appearances. To understand why emotions run hot, you can't skip the Clark-Reese storyline. It started in college, exploded into the WNBA, and has been used by media and fans as shorthand for the sport's surge in popularity and its ugly side. Clark's endorsement portfolio is massive for a WNBA rookie. Major brands have backed her, and she's seen as a once-in-a-generation consumer draw that brings money, attention, and, crucially, leverage, which can make leagues nervous. Two symbolic moments: a small $200 fine for Clark's social media comment, and Collier's public criticism of Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, both tiny in isolation, seismic together. This isn't just celebrity drama. It's a crossroads. Do women's leagues collaborate to grow all of women's sports, or do they protect territory and risk alienating fans? Watch these dates: the Annika Pro-Am in November, Pelican Golf Club, where Clark will appear, plus any WNBA league statements or player town halls before season resumption. Also watch for formal replies from Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA if Collier's claims lead to further action. Is this the start of an era where leagues collaborate, or the moment they turn inward and lose the biggest growth opportunity in women's sports? Next week we'll bring you exclusive clips and player reactions. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Instant shock in the WNBA. The entire league is fuming after the LPGA made a blockbuster move, officially embracing Caitlin Clark with a series of major brand endorsements and primetime visibility.
What's fueling the outrage?
While the WNBA has struggled to fully capitalize on Clark's star power, the golf world just handed her the red carpet treatment, multi-million-dollar deals, headline sponsorships, and front-row media attention. Insiders claim WNBA players and executives are furious and embarrassed, saying the LPGA did what their own league should have done months ago. Fans are flooding social media, calling this the ultimate betrayal and proof that Caitlin Clark's impact reaches far beyond basketball. Now, questions are exploding. Did the WNBA just fumble the biggest marketing icon in women's sports history? Or is Caitlin Clark proving she's bigger than the league itself? One thing's clear: this LPGA move just shook women's sports to its core. The sports world just witnessed a power shift that no one saw coming, and it's sending shockwaves straight through the heart of the WNBA. When the LPGA, Ladies Professional Golf Association, officially embraced Caitlin Clark and announced a series of massive endorsement deals tied to her name, fans erupted in excitement and rage. It was a moment that redefined what it means to be a crossover star in women's sports. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever rookie who shattered college records, packed arenas, and broke television viewership barriers, has suddenly become the most powerful female athlete in America.
But not everyone is celebrating.
Inside the WNBA, the mood is far from joyful. Multiple insiders describe an atmosphere of instant outrage. Some veteran players, agents, and even league officials reportedly view the LPGA's move as a public slap in the face to the WNBA, a sign that another league, in a completely different sport, is now doing what the WNBA refused to do: fully embrace Caitlin Clark's superstar potential. Something historic just happened, and the shockwaves are shaking women's sports to their core. The LPGA has officially embraced Caitlin Clark, launching a series of major endorsements and collaborations that not only elevate Clark's already massive profile but expose a growing fracture inside the WNBA. What should have been a celebratory moment for women's athletics has instead triggered instant outrage across WNBA circles, media commentators, and league loyalists who now see the LPGA's bold move as both a challenge and a humiliation. For months, fans have accused the WNBA of failing to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's global appeal: the sold-out arenas, the record-breaking viewership, the viral highlight reels. And now, the LPGA has done exactly what the WNBA refused to. They welcomed her with open arms, made her a brand ambassador, and aligned themselves with one of the most marketable athletes on the planet. This is more than a sponsorship. It's a statement. The LPGA is saying to the world, we see Caitlin Clark's value.
We see her power. And we're not afraid to let her shine.
Behind the scenes, insiders reveal that the reaction inside WNBA offices was explosive. Executives and players were reportedly blindsided when the LPGA's press conference went live, complete with Caitlin Clark's image plastered across golf banners, lifestyle campaigns, and a brand partnership with Nike Golf. The optics were undeniable. While the WNBA wrestles with questions about internal politics, jealousy, and uneven media narratives, the LPGA looked fresh, inclusive, and forward-thinking. Fans flooded social media with praise for the Golf League, saying the LPGA understands growth, while accusing the WNBA of gatekeeping and self-sabotage. In one viral tweet that garnered over 3 million views, a fan wrote, "The LPGA just made Caitlin Clark their face." Meanwhile, the WNBA still can't decide if they even like her. That sentiment echoed across X, formerly Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok, where clips comparing the LPGA's celebration of Clark to the WNBA's perceived resentment went viral overnight. To understand the intensity of this backlash, we have to go back to where it all began. Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA was nothing short of cinematic. Drafted by the Indiana Fever after rewriting NCAA history and single-handedly drawing record ratings for women's basketball, her debut game attracted over 2.1 million viewers, making it the most-watched WNBA game in 2 decades. But success came with controversy. Some WNBA veterans reportedly felt the league's marketing machine was too Clark-focused, overshadowing established stars. The infamous hard fouls, the sideline taunts, and the viral confrontation with Chendi Carter all became symbolic of deeper resentment. Fans began to question, why is the WNBA not protecting its biggest draw? Why does it feel like they are resisting the very change fans are begging for? That frustration simmered for months, until the LPGA's move poured gasoline on the fire. On October 25th, the LPGA's CEO Molly Makusaman stood before cameras and announced a strategic partnership with Caitlin Clark, calling her a generational athlete who transcends sports. Instantly, ESPN, Fox, and even Golf Digest picked up the story. Within hours, the LPGA's social media engagement skyrocketed by 800%. Sponsors that had previously been hesitant about women's sports began inquiring about future campaigns. Meanwhile, WNBA fans were left asking, where is our leadership? How did another league swoop in and claim the athlete who was supposed to be the face of women's basketball?